welcome back, or if you're new to the show, also a very big welcome to the show. Today we got a Corgi A10 Warthog for review. This is one of those that I couldn't find in Hobby Master, unfortunately. Hobby Master never made this camo scheme. I don't own a Corgi A10. I always said I would not buy one. Nah, fuck, that failed. But we bought a Fairchild here Warthog from Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada from the 70s. I'm really curious. It's a quite old release from what I recall, 2008, so it's almost 17 years old. I'm also going to compare it to one of our Hobby Masters, just to see like how there are some differences I recall, especially some sizings that are 100% on the Corgi, but I want to see it for myself. But we're going to dig into that together and unbox her. Alrighty guys, so the A10 box, it's a bit more of a modern box of Corgi. The box art for sure, so a digital render of the plane, no real plane, doesn't do injustice. It shows you right away the plane, how it's supposed to look, so that's really good. Nicely detailed information, what box, what livery and what type. Some basic box info. I don't know what that sticker is, normally some extra detail. And that's sort of the Hornby logos from 2008, as I mentioned. Quite straightforward boxing, I have to say. Nicely done. So the inner box always falls out, as usual. So that's the insert. Now, luckily, we don't need that insert. Has a certificate. There was a run of 1,000. Nicely still has the Aviation Archive tag, so you would fold this and hold it next to the plane. I will keep that. Now, modern war, so some information of the usage, Falkland campaigns, and by the way, not that, it's basic information about fighter jets that they made. Actually, fun fact, we used to have this one and also this one. It's not bad. Some information for those who would like to read. For the rest, nothing except for hand number 682 of the 1,000. The run of 1,000 is quite low, by the way. It's not super high. Nicely foiled up still. I actually have a spare set of landing gear. The dangerous stand is in there. So I see it as a dangerous pack. It's on the Heinkel, it's a nightmare. It breaks off quite easily, I heard. I'm still thinking about making aluminum versions of it. Let me know if you guys are interested, because I have the option to make them at the factory. Oh, sorry for that. A bit dusty. So nicely foiled up. I don't think this thing was ever out of the box, so I'm going to put on my gloves in a sec. But first I'm going to show you the stand that I really don't like. So what often happens, these things break off. And it's not because they break off in the pin. It's because they break off on the pack itself. It's also not fully seated. So this one is going to go on its wheels, because I don't like the Corgi stands. At least not for a Hobby Master where these will be sitting. So this one is not going to go on its stand, that's for sure. But it's all plastic and only one metal pin holding down everything. As for parts, as I mentioned, still new. So nicely camouflaged parts. The weapons are already pre-installed from what I recall. They're also colored, which is interesting, I didn't know. Let's check if there's anything underneath the box. I don't know. Is there? No. It's just reinforced, so that's really good. But no extra additional parts than the wheels. So I'm going to put on my gloves and see you back in a sec. By the way, one small rectification. I'm not going to do a comparison video yet. I'm going to save that. I really want to talk about the model first. I learned to not mix topics too much, because I got some comments about that, and I agree with the people. But I have to say, it's a nice little heavy plane. First thing I noticed, by the way, the pitot here, it's metal. So you actually probably can bend that thing and not break it. So that's really nice. The cockpit is not openable, but there's actually a pilot in it. So that's already a plus versus Hobby Master. So that's a thing that I want to share. The decals are nicely printed on. Really cool. Also the camouflage, nicely done. Looks really cool. Oh, that sounds really sensitive. The engine is glued on there. Details in the engine are really nice. I hope that you guys can see it. The rear of the engine, basically, but it's good, not bad. The striping and the WA logo, nicely done. It's a really heavy cost, by the way. So another thing that I instantly like about this one, so it has all the spros open. There's a little bit of glue residue from the factory and a little scratch there, but nothing major. So I don't know 100% sure if there should be more weapons under this model. I'll check some images later on. But what I do like is these rubber inserts here into the frame. So that holds your pegs down for the wheels. Really nicely done. I'm not sure where you put the stand in. I think usually, oh yeah, you can remove this one and then you can put your stand underneath. So this peg would go if you want to put it on the stand. Nice casting in there for the Thunderbolt. Nicely done. Weaponry, so 2 Maverick missiles, nothing else, and 1 guidance system on the corner. Or is that electric jamming? I don't know. Somebody again in the comments can share. I had a weapons expert in there that was really helpful. And of course the GAU 30mm cannon, really nice. Yeah, I have to say, impressed. Nothing bad actually till now. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fit it out completely and then I'm gonna show you guys the finish. Alrighty guys, so everything is assembled. It was brand new, so I had a lot of work with installing everything. So what is nice, this little lever hatch here, you can remove it to put the staircase in. So there's a foldable staircase on the A10, and you can fold it back in and put it back. Now in the real one, this one is just a stationary, you can click in, and you can just have to remove this hatch with a thin blade. The other parts that are left over are the wheels. I've seen some pictures online, there's no weaponry extra. But on the pictures that I saw on Flying Mule, I noticed that the missiles on theirs was on a different spot, so I think they glued it in or something. The wheels are quite okay to fit in. I sling down this one a little bit to fit easier. But the rest, the details are quite cool. I have to say, nice looking little plane. I'm going to clean up, put it on a rotary table for you guys, and we're going to go over the final details. Alrighty guys, so there you have it, a finished model. I have to say, the details are quite good. The weight is good. The paint looks good. The canopy cannot open. That's a bit of a downer. The details in the canopy are low to 0. But for the rest, is it bad? No. Would I buy it over Hobby Master? Not sure, because I've seen the weaponry, they're quite bulky. I like the weaponry on the Hobby Masters better. I think if you would add Hobby Master weapons to this one, it would be really cool. But for the rest, it's not a bad model. It looks really nice, it looks really cool. The details look in proportion from my point of view, the wheels and so on. This is a complete different casting, by the way. It's not the same casting as Hobby Master, so that I can already promise you. And the wheels don't fit. I just had a quick check at it. But no, for the rest, really nice, cool model. Recommended if you want something different for color or you have it at a good budget. Because these go often for good prices. I've seen the Corgi ones. So, but no worries. I only the stand that I don't like. I would make a modification to that with an aluminum pack. By the way, let me know if you guys are interested in that. For the rest, also let me know in the comments, please, if you're interested in a comparison between Hobby Master and this one from Corgi. I can put them next to each other and make a video. But I first want to know if it's even interesting or not. For the rest, I want to thank you guys again for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Especially subscribing helps me a lot. And hope to see you guys next time. Stay safe. Thank you.